Hey, baby, today I'm playing Toy Blast again. And I just thought before, doesn't this desert kind of land, this wild westy kind of desert land remind you of that old advert that used to be on TV, the Milky Way, the old Milky Way chocolate advert with the red car and the blue car having the race through the desert, the Milky Way advert where the red car will be eating everything. And I'm not just falsely remembering things, and that it was an actual desert that they raced through, because I remember the red car actually ate cactuses or cacti, however you want to say it, in the advert. So last time Last time I completed level 656 days, didn't I? So it's going to 657 now. Oh, it's a colour change level. I was wondering when these were going to start appearing again. Let's go. Yeah, because I didn't remember doing any of these types of levels in quite a while. I was wondering if I might have got to the point in the game where they'd stopped appearing altogether, but like I've said before in the past, though, I don't really mind them. I mean, I do have some difficulty sometimes with them, but a challenge is a challenge, isn't it, baby dolls? And we shouldn't shy away from challenges, should we? Just because they can be difficult. After all, when you push yourself in life, you can reap massive rewards, can't you, baby dolls? And okay, thanks.
You're having spaghetti and sausages today.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll make a start.
Okay.
It's cold, it's nice. Hey, just to get warm for instance. There's 12 in here, isn't there? What's when I brought it straight up last night.
Yeah, I was really cold for a while as well.
Was it? Yeah, when I grew up and looked at the -0. Get like birds and stuff, and animals out there, like people as well, not streets, but that's their choice for arrival. Not all, I suppose, but the little animals have got no choice, have they? Then they're looking for food the next day. Anyway, we'll make a start anyway. Spaghetti and sausages.
Yeah, thanks. And my mum didn't know I was making the video either. Wasn't many greens there, but I am running low on moves, aren't I? So I've got to do these desperation moves from time to time, obviously, baby dolls. Such is the nature of this stressful, taxing, tumultuous world we live in, baby dolls. That's our first level done, isn't it? Don't quite get to first, but it's an improvement on my previous score, baby dolls. Just dealing with my OCD. Now on to 658A. And as you can see, we've got igloos at the bottom of the screen here, but they can't form any ice blocks until we actually have blocks of these, until we actually have these colourful blocks next to them, can we? Oh, they can. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you, eh, baby dolls? And here we see a return of the cages, don't we? The game really does know how to keep things fresh and interesting, doesn't it, eh, baby dolls? Maybe that wasn't a smart thing to allow this igloo to start forming ice blocks again, was it? I guess we'll find out in time as I continue to play. There's some more Easter eggs eliminated from the equation of our gameplay. That's nice. But obviously it'll be foolhardy of me to allow the ice to grow up here and cover the bubbles, wasn't it? The blocks where the bubbles are. Can I get a double Rubik's Cube here? Yes, I can. Well done, me, eh? This is gonna go very well, I believe. And it does. Now only one Easter egg left to get, and then I'll be laughing, baby dolls. I wonder if we can do it spectacularly by turning the purple blocks into propellers, eh? Even though there isn't many of them on screen. Nice, I win again. And that's another level under our belts, isn't it, eh, baby dolls? And it puts me in first, assuming I wasn't there already. Right, now on to 659 we go, and I'm only just in second. Let's see if I can push myself past the threshold, baby dolls, and get into that first place with which I'm so accustomed. Just narrowly missed out on a TNT detonator there, didn't I? Lots of bowling pins here, isn't there? But it'll make it all the more satisfying to bowl them over, I suppose you could say, baby dolls. Looks nice. Okay, let's turn the purples into propellers and see how it goes. That was a lot of hits. What for me wasn't it, eh, Sunny Jim? Let's go for area of effect rather than spawning detonators everywhere, shall we? After all, it did do a lot of damage for us. Nice. I can win, baby dolls, you know it. Might even manage double Rubik's Cubes here, eh? It'll be grand, I say. We're gonna get them now. And it looks like another win for me. Wonder if I'll get into first place now, eh? Yes. So that was 659. Now on to 660. Almost at the next section, which means we'll get a new feature. Since we get new features every other section. And we didn't get any new features in this section. So let's go. It does make these colour changing sections nice and easy and less complicated. How they only seem to change from one colour to another these days, isn't it? I'm wondering if from this point on if there will ever be any more levels where the colours change to completely random colours each time. Wonder if we can get double Rubik's Cubes here. Oh, yes, I do. I was worried for a bit there, thinking I'd miscalculated. Does complicate things a bit though, maybe how the UFOs keep falling onto the screen rather than just being all there from the start, doesn't it? But that could just be me unnecessarily fretting about things which aren't really going to be of any real consequence here. As I've been known to do in my time, baby dolls. I had a feeling that'd be a mistake of a move. As was that, I think. I'm not sure, though. I'll just try this, baby dolls. Seems to be going well, doesn't it? Again, it looks like Christmas here with all the blocks with lights in them, doesn't it? Let's try this. Got a bit unlucky with these down here, didn't I? Let's try turning all the yellows into detonators, maybe. Although there are a lot of them here, so maybe if things go well, I could actually get double Rubik's Cubes. It's to be hoped that's the smart thing to do, though, isn't it? Starting to think it probably wasn't the smart thing to do. So let's just turn the yellows into detonators and hope for the best. At least I'll get to keep this Rubik's Cube as well, I think. Since none of those detonators would actually hit it. Seems like the UFOs are just going to keep falling on the screen forever, even once I've got enough of them, doesn't it? Because I'm sensing trouble here, I'm going to use the Rubik's Cube to get rid of all the yellows, hoping that this opens up opportunities for more and better moves. And because I'm running out of moves, I'm going to just form this detonator here where it won't be able to combine it with any other power-ups, simply because I'll be able to hit a lot of UFOs here with this detonator, like so. Still great to go though. That's a bit of a worry. I need a lot of greens with lights in them as well, don't I? That's another worry, I suppose you could say. Hopefully this will shoot down, would I? No. Or maybe this. Nice. We're coming really close here, aren't we? And I win. Well, that was really lucky, wasn't it? Guess me into first if I wasn't there already, baby dolls. Stealing me OCD. Okay, let's get on. Okay, let's get on to this new section, shall we? Looks rather futuristic here, doesn't it? And also sterile compared to this last section, which seems like ancient history in the Wild West. Well, now we get into sterile laboratories and factories. And it appears here Easter eggs are being made in these fancy machines and contraptions, doesn't it? With the cute bunny rabbit patterns and colours and designs being printed on them. Yes, it seems like this could be a futuristic laboratory indeed. And this is where the new feature gets debuted. That being machines which we have to trigger into action to produce Easter eggs, which we then have to deal with, I believe. Haven't played these types of levels in a while, so I'm not entirely sure, baby dolls. So that'd mean that we're at an Easter part of the game again, wasn't it? And given that Easter happens in either March or April, that'd mean that we're about a third of the way to the next Christmas levels. Obviously, I'm not going to make it to them though, with how it's the 29th of December today, and this game will be gone, I think, from Facebook come the 1st of January. So yeah, I'm not going to make it to the next set of Christmas levels like I'd hoped I would. But you can't win every time, can you, baby dolls? And here we seem to have some kind of a menial worker in the factory who just happens to be a bunny rabbit with his specially made hard hat here with the holes in the top to allow breathing room for his ears so they won't get cramped, being folded in his helmet as he skillfully and expertly handles the machinery that produces the Easter eggs up here, which also have rabbit heads, rabbit patterns on them, like he is also a rabbit. Not quite as gracefully built as this one, though, is he, with his portly build, due to the rather sedentary work he's doing here. And isn't it nice how these floors are so sterile and clean and smooth that you can pretty much see your face in them if you were here in this physical location taking a tour of the factory. And there's looks like some kind of a whisker. Some kind of whisking device is going to maybe be whisking this liquid in order to maybe make the chocolates or fill them with cream or whatever. Rather intriguing possibility indeed in the production of our taste treats, isn't it? And could these be some kind of chocolate egg cups for Easter eggs rather than boiled eggs? Some of these mysteries, baby dolls, I guess we will never be any wiser to. We will never really be party to if you want to be fancy and eloquent. And anyway, as this hard, rocky floor kind of gives way to the more sterile, shiny, slippery looking factory floor, we make that step, that crucial step from the Wild West to the factory as we start level 661, don't we, baby dolls, which are first on. And we have to get rid of 20 Easter eggs, but we also have to produce them now, don't we? So that means even more work to be done, baby dolls. And here we have more of the machines, like what you saw on the map just then, with which we produce the Easter eggs, like so. Although we do produce 3 at a time from these machines, so it isn't really quite as daunting a prospect as just producing 1 at a time from them and then hitting them twice when they're in the actual playing field, is it? So yes, there's something I didn't remember, which is going to make things somewhat easier, isn't it? A rather unforeseen consequence. And if you know where I got that from, then maybe one day I'll give you an autograph, baby dolls. And now the 3 Easter eggs form from this machine and appear on the map like so, on the playing field like so. So now you see how the machines work, don't you, baby dolls? Just getting more Easter eggs on the screen so that when I turn the yellows when I turn the yellows into detonators, they'll appear in more critical key positions. Okay, let's turn the yellows into detonators now, since I've dallied around for too long, baby dolls. That's a lot of Easter eggs coming onto the screen, isn't it? Okay, let's turn the reds into propellers. We're making progress, aren't we? It would seem we have enough Easter eggs on screen to win now, wouldn't it? But this is just the introduction to the new feature, isn't it? So I imagine things will get difficult soon, baby dolls. Or more difficult, anyway. We win. Just barely, mind you. At 661. Now on to 662 we go. Bricks here separating us from the production machines, as you can see. But if we get power-ups, not only will we damage the bricks, but we will also get through them potentially and attack the machines, so that we can produce the Easter eggs once more, baby dolls. Like we need to do in this particular situation. So let's do it. That was nice, wasn't it? The effect I had on all those bricks lined up on this left side here. Could get double Rubik's Cubes here, couldn't we? And we do. Just what I like to see, baby dolls. So let's us just get some Easter eggs on screen now in order to maximize the effectiveness of our double Rubik's Cube combination, and then makes you wonder if it's necessarily a smart thing to allow too many to get on screen, doesn't it, in case it means less possible moves for me. But let's trigger these Rubik's Cubes now anyway, as there is a fair amount of the Easter eggs on screen, isn't there? Yes, I think there was enough for us to win when I triggered the Rubik's Cubes. Okay, let's turn the purples into colours to finish our things off spectacularly, hopefully, yes. I did very well indeed, didn't I, baby dolls? Just how I like to do things. Gets me into first nicely, doesn't it? Now on to 663, baby dolls. I'm getting through these quite fast, I think, aren't I? And as you can see, we already get a fair amount of Easter eggs on screen at the start, but not quite 30, so we need to produce more from these bottom production machines, don't we? So by all means, baby dolls, let us jump to the task, eh? Let us get busy, as Sooty would say. I can smell nice food smells being cooked from the kitchen downstairs, baby dolls. Okay, there's a fair amount of greens on the screen, so let's turn them into propellers. That was very nice, wasn't it, eh, baby dolls? Double Rubik's Cubes now. Because I'm one of the best in the world, baby dolls, I hope. Now we just need to try to get Easter eggs on the screen so that there's enough of them. Okay, let's trigger these now and hope for the best. Nice. I think. I hadn't noticed that we need to get bubbles on this level as well, don't we? So I'd better not ignore them for too long. Especially with how we almost have enough Easter eggs now. So it would be rather tragic to lose just because we didn't pay enough attention to the bubbles, wasn't it? Who knows, maybe I could get double Rubik's Cubes here to finish things. And I do. Let's hope that an Easter egg doesn't land on this squared away. There's a relief. And we win again. Yay. Will I be first? Yes, I am. Now on to 664, aren't we? Toys here, elephants to be precise. And I haven't lost any lives yet, I don't think, have I? So I'm doing rather well, aren't I? Yay, baby dolls. Let's go. Or as the soldiers from Half-Life 1 would say, let's go. Not quite like that, though. Not quite as long and drawn out as my enunciation of the quote. Nice. So we get to produce some Easter eggs already. Colours are a little bit out of whack though, aren't they? Out of flunter, maybe. Since I didn't have them in positions where I could produce power-ups until now. Wonder if this will shoot downward, No. Okay, let's turn the yellows into propellers and hope for the best. Yeah, seems to be going well. And it did. I think I'll try to get this elephant off the screen before I try getting more Easter eggs from the machine so that there's less blockages. This will produce a fair few Easter eggs, won't it? In fact, now we've got enough on screen to win, haven't we? How unlucky was that with the greens? And we're running low on moves now, aren't we? So I'd best try to unwrap the Easter eggs, I imagine, rather than trying to get the double Rubik's cubes. So let's turn the purples into propellers as a panic move, Hope the best. And now we've got all the Easter eggs we need, so let's hope that this propeller shoots downward so we can get this elephant to the bottom of the screen, No. But we'll do it now, I think. What a lucky win that was, especially with how the screen was filling up with Easter eggs, and that gets me into first, although I was first all along, so feel free to ignore that comment that I just made, if you wish. So that was 664, wasn't it? So let's move on to 665. Got a rather nice score for this level, haven't I, baby dolls? And this seems like a colour changing level with a rather tricky layout, doesn't it? Well, with the bricks separating the screen and the ice blocks and the bubbles down here. So let's hope I can do well. whether I can put on a good show for all you viewers at home, baby dolls. Would be nice if I could get double Rubik's Cubes here, wasn't it? And I do. So yay me. Seems like things are going swimmingly again, doesn't it? And that was very satisfying to watch the screen be cleaned up like that, wasn't it? Just where I wanted a sideways shooting propeller for these bricks here. But I had to be fancy, didn't I? Wonder if I should try to do this in a spectacular fashion. We won't know until we try, baby dolls. So by all means, let us try. Double Rubik's Cubes again, so yes, I've succeeded. Now we just need 7 green lights and then I've won. And I like to win, baby dolls. It puts a spring in one's step for life. Time to win. And that puts me in first, providing I wasn't there already. And now we get to a level I haven't been looking forward to. Being a Christian and all, so let's get it over with. Seems like a high scoring level too, doesn't it? To be hoped the makers of the game didn't make this high scoring level to celebrate this level number, isn't it? That's what the OCD victim in me fears, you see. You know something, I don't care about getting a high score on this level, in fact, so I don't really care about trying to get the double Rubik's Cubes. As a matter of fact, it did seem like a smart thing to do here will be instead to try and turn to try and get some colors with the Rubik's Cube power-ups, wasn't it? Guess I should have paid more attention to the objectives rather than getting anxious with my OCD, as I often tend to do, baby dolls. At least we get a Rubik's Cube here now. And now we get to produce lots of propellers from the red blocks, like so. That was spectacular, wasn't it, eh, baby dolls? But sadly, that wasn't as many propellers as I was hoping for, as we still need a ton, don't we? Now we need to try and get another Rubik's Cube, which we do. And now hopefully we can get them together. The Rubik's Cube and the propeller, that is, and we do. Which I'm glad of. And we get them down to 23 now. Need lots of sweet jars still though, don't we? Just where I wanted. Okay, let's trigger the reds, turn them into propellers and open the burst. Yes, we only need one more, and this is the one, I think. And only 20 more sweet jars. Then we'll be laughing, baby dolls. Yes, I dare say we'll win the level now, Sunny Jim. Yes. We didn't beat my previous score, but who cares? 600. Let's get on to 667 now. This looks kinda complex, doesn't it? So let's hope we can win, baby dolls. And that I don't find myself out of my depth. This'll be good, won't it? There's a ton of UFOs here, isn't there? This is where I wanted to get these two together again, so that I can hit a lot of the UFOs. Almost all of them, in fact, baby dolls. No, I don't think it'd be wise going for a double Rubik's Cube here. That was nice, wasn't it? Being able to get these two together. Wonder if we'll be able to hit lots of the UFOs twice with these sets of power-ups. Especially if I trigger this low down, so I won't trigger this propeller, which will shoot up and trigger these prematurely. Yes, that was rather intelligently orchestrated. It allows us to win just fine and dandy and comfortably. Maybe even with a double Rubik's Cube. A set of double Rubik's Cubes. Maybe not, though. Maybe so. How unlucky was that, eh? I will get those double Rubik's Cubes, though. You know I just had to get them together, don't you? That's 667 done, baby dolls. And I do it all in just an hour and 4 minutes, all those levels. I think I might have done 11 that time, I'm not sure. So I'm glad to get that video done with, since I wasn't looking forward to playing that level. So yes, bye folks, see you all next time. Baby dolls, bye.